Now, it's not quite Halloween yet, but things have gotten scary for the New York Jets. Their Week 8 matchup in Foxborough against the Patriots had been talked about as a must-win game for Gang Green. However, the team came up short, falling to the Pats on Sunday afternoon, 25-22. The Jets' losing streak is now at 5 games. And joining me to talk about the Jets is a host on WFAN, Danielle McCartan. She's not scary at all. She's wonderful. I hope you're doing well. Danielle, how's it going?
Yeah, Dexter, good. I mean, after watching this Jet game, not so good. It's just a disaster. And I love the Halloween nod there. It's scary season for the Jets.
Yeah, scary season, scary hours, whatever you want to call it. This is what it is for the Jets. Now, Danielle, the Jets, they had a 5-point lead with 2:57 to go in the fourth quarter after a Braylon Allen score. However, the Patriots, they marched down the field. They scored a touchdown. They also get a 2-point conversion. With that happening, do you look at this loss to the Pats as being on the Jets' defense?
Where do I start? Dexter, it's just multifaceted. Yeah, the defense is one of the reasons why the Jets lost this game. I mean, the Jets defense let the Patriots go ahead and convert on about half of all 3-point conversions, or third down conversions. I'm sorry. The Patriots were 1 of 1 on fourth down. Mosley going out certainly had an effect on them, of course, but it seems to me as though when Jeff Ulbrich left that defensive coordinator role, took over the reins as head coach, the defensive unit totally fell apart. I mean, that 12-play, 70-yard drive to end the game, Sauce Gardner got burnt to a crisp by a guy who couldn't catch a cold all day long. He was cooked. He was toast. And the burning of the timeouts, they used 3 of them in the first quarter. I mean, how about that nonsense? The opening drive. Aren't those plays scripted? I never played NFL football, but aren't those plays scripted? Mike Williams didn't know where he was supposed to be, lined up on the wrong side. I'm so sick of seeing him out there screwing up in every which way, every single week. It's like he's inventing new ways to screw it up every week. I mean, does this guy even pick up a playbook in the days off? I mean, not even days off, in the week leading up to the game? Does he even study? What is he doing at practice? And then, on my count, at least 2 plays coming out of a timeout. You didn't even have enough time to figure it out in the timeout, delay a game, one of which in the red zone. I mean, what is wrong with this team? And by the way, the coach played not to lose late in the third quarter, decided to kick a field goal to go up by 2 on a 3rd and 1. Ulbrich picked to kick the field goal with the kicker who has the yips. To me, that was 4th down territory, and the longer the Jets kept the Patriots in this game, you knew it was only going to mean bad things for them. And, so we talked about the defense. We talked about the burning, the clock management, mismanagement, burning of the timeouts. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, man, you got to figure that out. You got to get up to that line of scrimmage. I'm watching the play clock every time. It's down to 6, 5, 4. The defense knows that too. And you can't forget about the total failure that has been Greg Zuerlein this season, who I know we're about to talk about.
Yeah, we're going to get to him. So, hearing all of that, Danielle, sounds to me like this loss is on everybody. That's what it sounds like you're saying. When you're going through all that, it's not just the defense. This is a loss on everybody. And I got to give a shout-out to you. I like that you had that playbook there ready. Maybe you got to hand that to the Jets. I think you might have to do that. You had the playbook right there. I saw that. That was there. So, you mentioned Greg Zuerlein. And it's rare, at least on this, in these post-game talks that I have with you, that we talk about a kicker. But Greg Zuerlein, another missed field goal, also missed an extra point in this game. Now, you can view those misses as the difference in this game. So did general manager Joe Douglas mismanage the kicker position this season for the Jets, in which it probably is part of the reason they lost this game too?
Greg Zuerlein kept 4 points off the board today, just with his own foot and his own leg, all by himself. The Jets win that game if Greg Zuerlein can make an extra point and a 29-yard field goal. Chip shots. He has missed, the graphic showed up on the screen, he's missed the most kicks in the entire league so far this season. But to me, that's not on Joe Douglas. That's on the player himself this time around, because just last year, Zuerlein was one of the most reliable kickers in the league. I went back. He was 93% on all field goals. He was 95% on all extra points. This year, Dexter, there's something going on with him. He's hit only 62% of his field goals, the longest being just 40 yards. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's still playing hurt, but he's got to take a seat, because if that's the case, he's hurting the team at this point. He needs to figure it out. And if we're going to play the blame game, if I had to pick one of the reasons why the Jets lost this game today, it is no doubt Greg Zuerlein. He kept 4 points off the board. The Jets lost by how many?
They lost by 3 points. 4 points would have given them the win. So there you go. It's tough when your kicker leaves points on the board, or off the board, I should say, in this case, because he did not put them on the board. Now, Danielle, we did see Hassan Reddick today finally played his first game in a Jets uniform. What did you make of his debut?
Was he really out there? I mean, did you even really actually see him? He was totally non-existent. Hassan Reddick was non-existent in this game. He played 26 snaps. He only had 2 pressures. And guess how many tackles? 0. And, how hard it is to, get after the quarterback with one of the worst offensive lines in the league. Apparently, it's really hard for Hassan Reddick. And my fear for him is this, that he's just out there so he doesn't get fined. He's playing comfortably. He's playing safely. He's playing not to get hurt, and then try to secure the bag in the offseason. He had absolutely 0 impact in his 26 snaps in today's game. So are you sure you saw him out there? Because I can't even recall a play in which I did see him out there.
It didn't feel like 26 snaps. I'll say that. It didn't feel like that watching the game. It didn't feel like it. I do think you bring up an interesting point about him now that he's back in the fold with the team. Is he really going full strength? And just to stay on that, Danielle, and follow up with you. If that's the case, which you theorized there, and he's not going full strength and playing just so he doesn't get fined, that can't help with the locker room vibe for this team, right?
No doubt. There's no doubt. I mean, it sounds like to me, and when I watch this Jets team, it sounds to me that it's a bunch of however many guys on that roster all playing for me. Myself, the name on the back of my jersey, not the emblem on the front of it. And that's just, if that is actually the case, I mean, that's just one more reason why this Jets team isn't going to do much, if anything. They are a bunch of individuals playing with the same uniform on, and that doesn't win you games. So you saw all the videos of Hassan Reddick staying in shape and all of that. Okay, he's got one job: go get the quarterback. He couldn't accomplish it today against a subpar offensive line. So to me, I'm gonna go ahead and question the effort of Hassan Reddick moving forward, until I see differently.
All right, we'll see if we see that differently as they move forward. We'll get to the Jets moving forward. But right now, the Jets are 2-6. They've lost 5 straight games. So here's my question, Danielle. Is this rock bottom for the Jets, or is there still a season here that can be saved for Gang Green?
I mean, the Texans are 6-2. They're coming to town on a short week. I don't know if saved is the right word, because I looked this up too. Since 1990, a team with the Jets record 2-6, they've made the playoffs only 1.6% of the time. 1.6. So, I mean, if you're looking for a way to salvage this Jets season or to rationalize what lies ahead for this Jets team, you look at their strength of schedule. They've got the 12th easiest strength of schedule remaining. They've got to run the table. Rodgers has done it before. And to me, I think they'd have to get through that Halloween game. And for me personally, if that's a loss, to make it, 6 in a row? I mean, at that point, I think you call in Freddy Krueger, you kill the Jets' Super Bowl dreams, and you sell the team. The nightmare on Jets Drive is over if the Jets lose on Halloween.
See, this is why I appreciate you, Danielle. Love the Halloween theme, keeping it going. Got the nightmare on Jets Drive, which is what Jets fans don't want to see. But as we said, things have gotten really scary. Okay, last thing for me, because you just mentioned this. Quick turnaround for the Jets. They play the Texans on Thursday night. What are you going to be keeping your eye on in their Week 9 matchup with Houston?
Yeah, I can't believe it's Week 9, too, by the way. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in the building that night, and it's going to be 80 degrees, and I want to sit my butt in my chair, and I want to watch the Jets win the game. But in order to do that, they're going to have the first thing I'm looking for is, does this team have a pulse? And are they not doing their best impression of The Walking Dead on Halloween? I mean, they need to have a pulse. They need to put points up on the board on drive number 1, the pre-scripted drive number 1. I don't want to see Mike Williams line up on the wrong side of the field, false start penalties, this and that. I want them to go get after it from drive number 1 with some points on the board. And I'm not talking field goal. I'm talking touchdown. I'm also looking for Hassan Reddick to take off the ghost costume and wear a leather face mask and get after the quarterback like the guy from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I'm looking for, by the way, and I know I won't see this on the field from my chair in the stands, but I'm looking for one leader, one guy to step up in that locker room, and for everyone else to sit back and listen to him. Because in my opinion, you can't have Devontae Adams, who just flew in from Las Vegas, showing up and standing on his soapbox and dictating to this organization, these players, what's going on there. It has to be one leader. To me, like I said before, it seems like a bunch of individuals playing with the same uniform on, and that's not good. And finally, trick or treat, I want Greg Zuerlein to make his field goals. Is that too much to ask for?
It might be. It might. Who knows at this point? I wish I had a good answer for you, Danielle. I don't know. It would be put it like this. It would be a treat if he does make his field goals. It would also be a treat for the Jets fans if they win. That's what they need. A Halloween gift. We ran this Halloween theme throughout this interview, and the Jets need a little bit of a treat come this Thursday on Halloween. That is Danielle McCartan of WFAN. Check her out. Always does a great job talking football with me here after the games. Danielle, be well. Enjoy your Halloween, and we will talk soon.
Yeah, Dexter, happy Halloween. Let's go, Jets.
Let's go.